Hola, walking Rotarian here at Lutembe Beach. Beautiful place, as you can see. I love it because, like now, we're just three people here. Yeah, so when I come after my walk of about 11 kilometers, I can then relax and do qigong session of maybe 1 hour and then walk back. That is a good day of blood flow, a good day of energy cultivation. Oh man, this is amazing. Good life. So today I was wondering, I wanted to make a video. I got a new selfie stick. My friend Babi Joe got it from me from America. And he tasked me to do a lot of videos where I would be sharing my message of my lifestyle and my transformation with the world. So I have no excuse. I have to make these videos. But anyway, today I wanted to share about the breath, the power of the breath. I cannot overstate the power of the breath in everyone's life, because when the breath leaves the body dies. That means the breath is who you really are. Think about that for a moment. We take it for granted because we don't need effort to breathe. But the breath is who you are, because when the breath leaves your body immediately begins to rot, and they no longer call you that body you, they call it your body, meaning that you have left together with the breath. So the breath is very important. And on this journey of holistic living, I am on a journey of holistic living. And in the journey of holistic living, we tend to pay attention to things that the modern world has neglected. The breath is one of them. So you are made of the body, you are made of the mind, and you are made of the spirit. All right? All those three, mind, body, spirit, are one. They're the same thing, just broken up into pieces uh, for purposes of communication and understanding. In other words, your body is your mind, your body is your spirit. I can look at your body and I look at your spirit, and I know that your spirit affects your mind, affects your body. Your body affects your mind, affects your spirit. Yeah. Now I'm going to say that you are made of your body, you're made of your breath, which is the spirit that leaves the body. Same thing, just playing around with things. You're made of your body, you're made of your breath. And when your breath combines with your body, it produces your spirit, which is the fire. So your body is the firewood, your breath is the oxygen, and your spirit is the fire that comes when the oxygen mixes with the firewood. That fire. We do have fire in our cells, quite literally. Every cell in your body has fire. That's why when you're talking about food, you talk about burning food, burning your calories. That's why you breathe in oxygen, because oxygen supports the burning of food in your body to create that fire, which is your life. You get what I mean? The same process when there is firewood out there and it needs oxygen to burn a flame is the same process in your body when you put food in it. You need to breathe in oxygen, burn it, and breathe out carbon dioxide, which is the byproduct of combustion everywhere. So you have fire in every cell of yours. And when you die, that fire goes out. So, what is your role here as a human being? Your role, number one, is to keep that fire burning. And we all keep that fire burning. We all do keep the fire burning, but it is the quality of the flame that counts. The size of the flame. Is it a burning glow, a burning ember, or is it an inferno? And why should you bother to make your fire an inferno, a big fire? Why do you need that? It's because the larger your fire from all over your body, which is your spirit, which is your mind, the larger it is, and the higher quality it's burning. There are different kinds of flames: blue flames, yellow flames. The quality of your flame and the quantity of your flame determine the quality of your lived experience here on earth. Your health is determined by the quality of that flame, your immune system, your mood, whether you're depressed or anxious, your cognitive abilities, which is like your critical thinking abilities, your analytical skills, your memory. Things like that are all determined by the quality and quantity of your flame. Your level of awakeness. You see, there are many people that are walking in auto, like animals. They feel hungry, they eat. They feel horny, they have sex. Just in auto. They follow the herd. Whatever everyone is doing is what they do. Whatever music everyone is listening to is what they listen to. And that's the majority of us. We're living in auto. That means our flame is burning just to keep us alive. But for you to have a full life experience, a life of power, strength, beauty, peace, and all those good things that they call the gifts of the Holy Spirit, for you to live that kind of life, you need a big burning flame. You need every cell of your body, all the mitochondria, which are the organelles, the powerhouses in your cell, need to be burning efficiently. So the breath is so important because even when you change your breathing, you change your thinking. That's why they do breathing exercises to calm you down. You take a deep breath, then you breathe out for a long time, a long breath in, a long breath out. Then you calm down. How do you calm down? Because your thinking has changed. You're no longer anxious, you're now calm and peaceful. But your thinking also changes your breath. That's why I'm telling you everything is the same. Because when you start to think of a lion chasing you, or you start thinking of your landlord demanding rent from you, all of a sudden, your breath changes. You start to breathe very fast. Yeah. So the two are related. The quality of your breath also determines the quality of your health, like I've talked before. They always tell us that when you're breathing top respiratory tract up here, you're anxious, and also the quality of your health is not good. That you need to breathe like a child from your diaphragm, from your breath, from your stomach. When you're breathing in, the stomach needs to get big, and then when you're breathing, not your chest, but your stomach. Meaning that you need to open up your body so that you create room for the breath, because the breath is what keeps the body alive. So the more of the breath that you have in your body, the more alive and more conscious you are. So your role is to create more rooms for the breath. If I'm to borrow something from the Bible, create more room for the spirit in this body. That's why exercise is so powerful, because as you're huffing and puffing during exercise, you're removing the blockages in your body, the blockages to the breath, okay? Allowing the breath to have more access to your body cells. But you are also increasing the amount of breath in your body. That's why when people begin to exercise, they begin to heal of diseases, but also the quality of their lives, their cognitive abilities, their thinking, their clarity, mental clarity, everything improves because you have now brought in more of the breath, opened up the blockages through exercise, through huffing and puffing. Your lungs have improved, that they call it lung efficiency has improved. The quality of your heart, you know, the way it is pumping improves. The mitochondria in your cells, the way they're producing energy improves, all because you're exercising, increasing that fire, increasing access in your body for the breath. So your role every day is to increase access in your body for the breath. Because wherever the breath touches, it begins to heal that place and begins to awaken that place. The more the breath touches any organ of your body, its capacities and its capabilities begin to improve, enlarge, widen, waken up. Your physical consciousness wakes up. This is the reason why every day you must commit to the process. Now let's talk a little bit about fasting. Fasting is when you go a long time during 24 hours or whatever time with an empty stomach. What does fasting do as far as the breath is concerned? Fasting, when you have an empty stomach, your diaphragm, as it's pulling in the air, because when it's pulling in air, the diaphragm goes down, okay? Like a syringe, it pulls down and then air enters. So when your stomach is full, the diaphragm has no way of going far enough to pull in enough air. So when your stomach is full, you breathe in less air. And when you breathe in less air, definitely your fire is not burning as much. So when you have an empty stomach and you breathe in, your diaphragm has zero resistance and then pulls in as much of the breath as possible. And then now your body cells begin to get enough oxygen, enough air, not oxygen, actually air, because air is not only oxygen, it's hydrogen and nitrogen, each one of those playing their role in promoting combustion, in also providing nutrition, water, all these things. Mhm. So when you improve the quality of your breath, there are many elements in your body and very many aspects of your body that improve your mental health and your physical health. So fasting is so important in that it allows you to breathe deeper. So every day I fast. Why? Because I want more access for the breath in my body. Why do I need more access for the breath in my body? Because the more breath touches the sleep cells of the my body, the more life comes into my body, the more awake I become. And when I'm awake, I'm able to live a full life, a life of happiness and peace. One of the biggest causes of addiction is unawakeness, unconsciousness, the low level of consciousness. Is what makes you addicted to food, addicted to sex, addicted to people, addicted to alcohol. All these things, you need them because you're not fully awake. And when you're not fully awake, your nervous system is gullible. You do not have what they call emotional fortitude or stress immunity or emotional resilience. Coping mechanisms. All these things, you are only able to get them when your nervous system is more under your control and therefore is easier to calm down than when it is not under your control. when it is being controlled by the adverts that you hear on radio, it's being controlled by the billboards that you see, it's being controlled by the social media, it's being controlled by the TV, it's being controlled by people, you begin to become automated. When you become automated, you become addicted to all these things. When you become addicted to all these things, you begin to suffer in the search for them. Many people suffer as they're searching for food. It's actually a lifetime commitment to search for food. And when you search it, to store it and hoard it and store it so that there is security of eating it in future. But even when you hoard it, you have to protect it from thieves. So there is acquiring, there is storing and hoarding, and then there is protecting. Your whole life is about food. You never really get time to create anything sensible. A human being, a God here walking on earth, full of possibilities, creativity, a great mind with the whole cosmos, in your body, the blood, the carbon is from the stars, the whole hydrogen is from where? Like your whole body and your whole mind is made out of this universe, this unlimited universe, this infinite universe is inside you. You are a walking God on earth. You are consciousness embodied. But then you waste that life here on earth searching for food, hoarding and storing the food, and then protecting the food. Now you can replace food with all the other things you're addicted to, like material possessions, cars, houses, like sex, relationships. You want to get sex. When you get the sex, you want to keep the sex. And when you want to keep the sex, you have to protect the sex from other people that might steal your sex. Wasted life. Too much energy put in trying to get your addictions, to keep your addictions, and to protect yourself, your addictions, your houses, your cars, your sex, your food, your alcohol, your people approval. Many of us are addicted to approval by our family, approval by people, by society. We die for that approval. And now, especially during this time of social media, it's worse. So you spend your whole life trying to get people to approve of you. And when they approve of you, trying to maintain that approval. This is terrible. And the moment that the people that whose approval you crave and desire, the moment they show you a little bit of disapproval, you get depressed and anxious because you cannot live without approval. I get very many people telling me they cannot live without a sexual partner, without a lover. How can I be alone? All those are addictions. And those addictions are as a result of a dysregulated emotional system that is as a result of a low consciousness. As you're waking up your consciousness, one of the things that you will transcend is addictions through the process of detachment. The whole journey of spirituality talks about detachment. Jesus says, leave your mother, leave your father, leave your wife, leave your wife if you want to follow me. It's there in the Bible. Leave them. Tells the rich man to sell everything that he has and then follow him. Why? Because these things are addictions. We attach to them and they hold us down. They pull us back down as we're trying to float towards spiritual elevation. These things bring us back down to the earth nature and prevent us from living a full life. So you need the breath, because the breath is what elevates your consciousness, brings in more energy into the body. That energy is what you use to elevate your consciousness, to burn a bigger flame, a higher quality flame. So how do we bring more breath in our body? Number one is exercise. As you know, huffing and puffing. Yeah, that's breath. Number two are breathing exercises. Do your research. Go on Google and YouTube and look for breathing exercises. Because when you are doing breathing exercises, you are working with the most important tool in the world, in the whole universe, actually, your breath. And you're using it to clean the body, to change the pH of the body, to change the working of the lungs, the working of the brain, the working of the cells. You're using the breath to calm the nervous system. The moment the nervous system is calm, you have internal peace, inner peace. You need nothing. You only crave things when your nervous system is like this, but you can use your breath to calm it down, the autonomic nervous system, so that the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system are balancing like this, not like this. Right now, we're always in sympathetic mode, which is flight and fight, because we're always searching to fulfill our addictions. And that causes ill health in the body. There's a lot of cancers, a lot of all these diseases. They are caused by us chronically being in the sympathetic system, mode of living. But if you use the breathing exercises, you get to stabilize your breathing. When you stabilize your breathing, rather you stabilize your nervous system, then you have what in spirituality we call inner peace. Obeera mukakamu, tewetaaga, you're just fine. So exercise, breathing exercises, fasting. Fasting, apart from creating room for your respiratory system to enlarge and bring in more breath, the food that we eat right now, the meat we eat, the milk we drink, they have chemicals in them, antibiotics, fertilizers, weed killers. Our whole food system is full of toxins, not to mention the food itself puts a lot of stress on the body. Glucose, for example, the one that we get out of food to power our lives, when the cells are burning it, they produce a lot of dangerous byproducts called reactive oxidative species, ROS, from the mitochondria. It's like burning diesel and you produce a lot of soot, smoke, which then goes to damage the body. When you're fasting, you switch from burning glucose because the glucose runs out of your body and you begin to burn fats. These fats burn cleaner. The ketones burn cleaner. So they burn and create less of the reactive oxidative species, meaning they don't clog the mitochondria. It's like running from a diesel generator to a petrol generator. You're running cleaner fuel. What does that mean? In literal terms, it means that your flame, when you're burning diesel, is not a clean flame. But when you're burning gas or burning petrol, the flame is cleaner than when you're burning diesel. So when you're fasting and you're burning fats, ketones, your flame is of a higher quality. The brain loves to work with ketones from fat breakdown when you're fasting. So when you're fasting, your body is actually producing a better flame. Like I said, it's the quality of the flame and the quantity of the flame. So fasting, breath work, exercise, diet. I always talk about meats. I get a lot of hate for that. But meat is bad. It's bad. You can enjoy it if you want, that's okay. But for us who know that the quality of the flame matters, then we go away from these animal products. I love milk, but I go slow on it. Eventually, as my conscience expands, I will transcend it. But the meat I stopped because I know that the meat interferes with the quality of flame that I'm producing. Meat is pro-inflammatory. Meat lasts a long time in the digestive system, in the intestines, and it rots when it's in there. And when it rots in those temperatures with all those bacteria in there, it begins to produce chemicals that cause a inflammatory reaction from your body. So when you're a meat eater, your body is always inflamed. And an inflamed body does not burn well. The quality of the flame is not good. So for us who really want to burn good flames, we do not need convincing to stop eating meat. We just stop. And why do we just stop? How are we able to walk away from our addictions? We're able to walk away from our addictions because our nervous systems are calm. We are able to control our minds and transcend the desires that our bodies may put out. Yeah, yeah. When I calm down my nervous system through meditation, through breath work, through exercise, through this holistic life that I'm living, I was able to transcend alcohol. And I never looked back. 3 years now, I was able to say no to weed. I loved smoking weed. Gave me a good sense of euphoria. I loved it. I enjoyed it. But I was addicted to it. I was a slave to it. And in our lifestyle, we don't want any kind of slavery. So I was able to walk away from weed. And I never smoked a joint again after that. There is no backsliding. Because when you are living this holistic life, a life founded on meditation, and you're bringing in light, cosmic light, into your being, increasing that flame of yours, you're a powerful person. Power. Nothing like backsliding. When you make decisions, you stick to them. Why? Mainly because you're in control of your nervous system. You get what I mean? You are in control of your nervous system. So, meditation, fasting, breath work, exercise, proper diet, that is vegetables and fruits, you emphasize on that. Another thing, by the way, I was able to transcend was food. Because you do not eat one meal a day for years, like now, this is like maybe my second year or something. One meal a day. For someone who used to eat 3 meals, when people eat one meal a day, they say I'm fasting. But for me, it is now normal life. I've been able to train my body to eat one meal a day. Maybe one time I'll be even eating one meal every 2 days. Who knows? But when you're able to do that, you have now transcended addiction to food, because people usually eat for purposes of managing their emotions, not because they're hungry, mainly because they feel insecure. So when they feel insecure, a full stomach gives them a sense of security. And people eat because of that, mainly, not because they're hungry. No, they have cravings, but those cravings have an emotional background. So every time you feel a little bit insecure for any particular reason, maybe even at a subconscious level, you choose your favorite food and you eat. So for me to be able to eat one meal a day and then eat a very simple meal, because I really don't care what's in the food. What do I usually eat? I love my millet porridge. I eat millet porridge, which we used to eat in secondary school, called it sianga. You pour hot water in the millet, bang it, eat it. Eat some bread. I like bread. and then whatever it is else that my wife has cooked. Posho, beans, sweet potatoes. I'm not choosy. All I'm just telling you is that I eat very simple foods. Why? Because I'm not so much obsessed with likes and dislikes and cravings of certain foods and richness of food. No, simple. My nutrition comes from the sun, comes from the air, from the elements. That is a discussion for another day. But just know that you are an energy system. You are made of energy. You vibrate. You are an energy system. Just like a rock, just like a plant, you're made of energy. And energy systems exchange energy with each other. And once you learn that, you know that you can build the capability of your body to get energy from other sources, not only dead plants and animals. You can expand your options. Your body is capable of doing that. But that's a discussion for another day. So the breath is very important. So whatever you do every day, you do it around improving your breath. So I exercise so that my breath is improved. I meditate with my breath. I fast to improve my breath. I do breath work to work with the breath. I take long walks. Like today, I'm going to do 20 kilometers for purposes of getting more breath down to the smallest cell of my body, so that everything that is capable of waking up wakes up. Everything that is awake expands. Then we improve our consciousness and we expand, and our whole life. That's the true wealth. Wealth, health is wealth. Mental health, physical health. All right, right now, let me go. Let me do my Qigong session. I'm going to do an hour of Qigong here, and then I'll walk back. Cheers, guys. I love you very much, and I'll keep these messages coming every now and then. Ciao.